This month on Let Me Tell You Why That's Funny, I want to talk about fucks. Or more accurately, the implementation of F-bombs in mainstream sitcoms has definitely gone up in the last decade. But of course, because they're mainstream, they have to censor those swear words, which some would say eliminates the need to use them at all. So here's the question. Why do they use them at all?
How do we get her to swear more? Follow my lead. Hey, Mom, I've been thinking about it, and you're more than a mom. You're also like a friend.
That's exactly how I feel. We're like best friends.
Ooh, wow. While I appreciate the enthusiasm, you kind of just dropped a big money word. That'll be a $5.
Did I say I said it again. Oh, how many was that? Oh, I'll just put it at 20. It's money well spent for my delicious, talented superstar.
If you don't know what the words you can't say on TV are, George Carlin covered that for you with the infamous 7 words you can't say on TV bit.
Well, we have more ways to describe dirty words than we actually have dirty words. That seems a little strange to me. It seems to indicate that somebody was awfully interested in these words. They kept referring to them. They called them bad words, dirty, filthy, foul, vile, vulgar, coarse, in poor taste, unseemly, street talk, gutter talk, locker room language, barracks talk, bawdy, naughty, saucy, raunchy, rude, crude, lewd, lascivious, indecent, profane, obscene, blue, off-color, risque, suggestive, cursing, cussing, swearing, and all I could think of was shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits. That's all I had.
In the UK, we have the watershed rule, which means that anything that's on TV at a time where a child could be watching has to be something a child could watch. That means no swearing, no nudity, no violence. And after that, after the watershed, which is 8 o'clock or 9, it's a free-for-all. But that doesn't mean every show is full of tits, gore, and curse words. Different channels have different policies. You could have a sitcom, like the incredibly popular for its time The In-Betweeners, get away with a very curse-heavy dialogue because it was on Channel 4, and Channel 4 aimed their shows towards more of a young person demographic. The BBC, being a government-funded channel, has a remit of things they have to put out. And not to go off on a tangent here, as a writer who has been unsuccessfully trying to get the bastards to buy one of his scripts for years, the BBC tend to hire a lot of posh people to write their scripts, and posh people don't have the, colloquial vocabulary that the rest of us working-class normal folk do, so they don't tend to use a lot of F's and S's. They use curse words, but they just don't make very, curse word-centric dialogue. But there is the exception to that rule.
How do we respond to this?
Right, we don't exchange insults with bloody Simon, arse pipes, titty twat.
Honestly, the best swearing that you can come up with.
Oh.
This is a bucket of shit. If someone throws shit at us, we throw shit back at them. We start a shit fight. We throw so much shit back at them that they can't pick up shit, they can't throw shit, they can't do shit. That's top swearing, Glenn. Well done.
Watch and learn.
Writer Armando Iannucci found mainstream and cult success co-creating timeless classic Alan Partridge, but he won a different set of awards and worldwide acclaim for a political comedy, The Thick of It. A documentary feel show, The Thick of It, starts off as a show about a department of the government called DOSAC, which serves a purpose that no one can really put their finger on. Then, after some necessary casting changes, it becomes a wider show about the two parties in government fighting for control. None of that sounds particularly interesting, does it? Especially if you have no understanding of the British parliamentary procedures. So, what was it that made this show resonate with a wider audience?
I owe you. Your act of treachery wiped the slate clean. Rudolf Hess's fucking senile older brother.
Look, I know you think I screwed up, but I came here on my hands and knees, Malcolm.
You, my friend, you don't exist to me anymore. I can't even fucking hear you.
Do you want me to beg? Is that it? Because I will.
Listen, Mary Queen of fucking shits. In the old days, we would have just slit you up in the middle like a fucking Cornish pasty, hang you steaming entrails all around the tower of fucking London. Catch you later, you fucking traitor. Sam, what is it?
It's called Stuart Pearson.
Stuart Pearson. I'm the fucking wanker's lodestone today. Stuart, Yes, the goatee bearded guru boy of Company B.
People love the Malcolm character, and the thing about the show is it's a show about terrible people. Not in the way that Always Sunny is a show about a bunch of jerks. These are politicians. These are bad people who make actively bad decisions that make people's lives worse. But that's not what people think about when they recall the show. They think about Malcolm Tucker creatively and offensively tearing into people.
It gives me that gives me the opportunity to... Sorry. Hi. It's mucking about. I have always maintained very clearly...
Sorry, can I just borrow the minute still for a moment?
Sure. Sorry, be right back. Right with you.
Angela, can I get you a fresh cup of coffee or... would you like some tea? No biscuits or anything? But do let me know if you need anything else, Angela. Thanks.
Get back in there!
Malcolm basically swears every time he's on screen, so they couldn't just have him say fuck this and fuck that. They needed to find a way to keep his offensive language funny to justify being in a comedy.
I won't scare you, okay? I'll just explain to you what I'm going to fucking do to you. I'm going to take your bollocks, I'm going to fucking rip them off, I'm going to fucking paint eyeballs on them. And I'm going to stitch them onto a fucking sock and use that as our mouthpiece.
Being a British show, the thick of it didn't have a writer's room. It had Armando Iannucci and his core team of writers. And when the scripts were done, Armando would send them to Ian Martin, a writer who Armando Iannucci hired as a swearing consultant. The scripts would be sent to him with all the standards fucks and shits written into them, and it would be Martin's job to go through those scripts and to turn those fucks and shits into something more creative, but still sweary.
Fucking Ollie! He's a fucking knitted scarf and a twat! He's a fucking balaclava!
That's creative swearing. That's how you get away with filling your show with so many shits and fucks, and still win awards. South Park found this creative way to address swearing twice. In 2021, apparently some network people decided that it was okay to say shit on TV, so South Park decided to see how many times they could say shit in one episode.
Turn off those devices of broadcast! What is going on here? Stop this shit! We are the Royal Order of Standards and Practices! We command you to stop saying the curse word! Listen, Mr. Shiny Pants, I am the head of this network, and I will say shit all I want! Shit, 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 shit. Oh, shit.
And then again, in season 13, in an episode that, okay, probably you could not make today, they addressed the use of the F word, but not that F word, the other F word, with the episode, The F Word.
We are really trying to understand this. How is it that you boys think referring to gay people as fags in today's world is acceptable?
Because we're not referring to gay people. You can be gay and not be a fag. Yeah, a lot of fags aren't gay.
I happen to be gay, boys. Do you think I'm a fag?
Do you ride a big loud Harley and go up and down the streets ruining everyone's nice time?
No.
Then you're not a fag.
So what if a guy is gay and rides a Harley?
Then he's a gay fag. I mean, is this really this hard? I don't know. This is fucking ridiculous. All right, look, you're driving in your car, okay? And you're waiting to make a left at a traffic signal. The light turns yellow, should be your turn to go, but the traffic coming at you just keeps coming. And even when the light turns red, a guy in a BMW runs the red light so you can't make your left turn. What goes through your mind?
Fag.
Right! But you're not thinking, oh, he's a homosexual. You're thinking, oh, he's an inconsiderate douchebag like a Harley rider.
This is making insanely good sense to me.
In this episode, they make the argument for changing the usage of the three-letter F word, which is ironic because in the years since it's been made, the three-letter F word would probably be bleeped out too. I imagine at some point this might get deleted from HBO's South Park library, but the It Hits the Fan episode should be safe. But there is a scene in there that they'll probably delete too, which I hope they don't, because apart from serving the higher question of asking how much sense censorship makes, it's also really fucking funny.
Well, I don't really give a shit.
You know, that word's getting kind of old. It's not really funny anymore.
Yeah, they're gonna have to come up with a new swear word soon.
Well, they can't use fag because you can't say fag unless you're a homosexual.
Really? So we can't say fag?
No, see, you got beeped.
You mean you have to be a fag to say fag?
That's right.
Well, that's not fair. I should be able to say fag.
Hey, you didn't get beeped.
Uh-oh.
Well, guess we learned something new about you, Jimbo, you friggin' fag. You want to make out or something?
If you take something like Curb, a HBO show that's language is very casual, no one's going to be offended or shocked by a fuck or a shit appearing in something like that. How do you play a swear-off in Curb Your Enthusiasm for laughs?
Hey, let's do this obituary thing, okay? All right. You have a pad?
Yeah, I got a pad.
Okay. Louise Honin, Hoenin, devoted sister, beloved aunt, died of undisclosed causes. What?
What? We got a paper, that's what.
Devoted sister, beloved cunt?
Oh!
Huh? That's what you put in the paper?
This is a typo. That's Ann. It should be Ann.
Jeff, look at this before I turn it in.
No, they have proofreaders at
The
these
woman
papers.
leads a decent life, and this is how she ends up? Beloved cunt?
Oh!
My wife is upset. I'm just glad you weren't in charge of the headstone.
Community, when it moved to that ill-fated Yahoo service, they could swear on that, but they saved the swears for the last episode.
Things have a certain structure to them, you know? If we stray from it, we're weird. If we stick to it, we're boring.
Yeah, but isn't that more about the shape of your brain, Abed? I mean, no offense or anything, but isn't the shape of your brain kind of fucked up?
It's funny because you've been watching this clean mainstream show for so long that you didn't expect a fuck. Even the characters react like they weren't expecting it. But then they have British swear again in the same episode and it just feels weird. It doesn't raise as big a laugh the second time round.
Well, guess what, Senator? You were allowed to call us terrorists before we moved to international waters, but we're a nation now, so I guess this is fucking war. Annie, I'm gonna need you to go to Washington.
You'll notice how I'm sticking with mainstream shows here. I've not mentioned Trailer Park Boys, which is the most curse-laden show I can think of, but is also one of the most wholesome. Trailer Park Boys is a show about these guys in Canada who are repeat offenders, the criminals, but they also act as like a family unit that care a lot about each other, and that generates some really sweet moments. The language doesn't diminish any of those moments or those feelings, and it's not played for laughs or shock value either. It's just part of their vernacular. They swear a lot because that's how a lot of people talk. So to clean up that language for TV, it would not be true to those characters.
Richard, since you chose to defend yourself and fired the public defender, I guess it's your turn to question the witness.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
And Richard, before you begin, I'd like to say that I think this is a bad idea. However, you do have a right to defend yourself, so proceed, but please remember to watch your language.
Look, I can't speak without swearing, and I've only got my grade 10, and I haven't had a cigarette since I've been arrested, and I'm ready to fucking snap. So I'd like to make a request under the People's Freedom of Choices and Voices Act that I be able to smoke and swear in your courtroom. Because if I can't smoke and swear, I'm fucked. And so are all these guys. I won't be able to properly express myself at a court level, and that's bullshit. It's not fair, and if you ask me, I think it's a fucking mistrial.
I saved Trailer Park Boys for the last example of this video because I think it sums up the point I want to make here. Curse words in a script can be so casual they're not noticed. They can be so innovative that they're the first thing you notice, or they can be so normal they act as part of the punctuation, and all those methods work. Would Trailer Park Boys be the same show without all the fucks? Maybe. Did the excessive amount of fucks serve as a cornerstone of the show that lets you know you're watching something completely unique? Yeah. So why fuck with that? That's the video for the month. There are plenty more, let me tell you why that's funny videos. Check the playlist there. There's some short films I make as well. Check them out. I think there might be some fucks in those. And I'll see you again next month for another video about something else. Like and subscribe and all that shit.